Hello everybody, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy whatever you celebrate to get over the cold season. So I got through this Southpark game a lot faster than I thought I was going to, but I don't know what I was expecting for 20 bucks. Whereas the last two games were more open world-ish and you were able to explore and find different items and make yourself overpowered by over-leveling and grinding. This game is more linear, and they changed up the format of the gameplay because...
So, as you can see, we've had to make some changes to the game because some asshole who we won't name decided to become all-powerful and ruin Stick of Truth because then everyone wanted to be all-powerful and nobody could die anymore. So then we played superheroes, and guess what happened? That same someone got all OP again and fucking ruined that game too. And now because of that someone, we've had to add a bunch of fucking rules. And then once there were rules, everyone started arguing over the rules. And then we all went to war again.
But all in all, I had a lot of fun getting through this game. It was about 5-6 hours of content. You can add on another hour or two if you fully explore the ends of every map trying to get all the currency. But it wasn't super long. There was only 5 missions, and it feels like you're just playing through an episode of South Park. You of course play the new kid who is completely silent just like the last games, and everyone's telling you what to do and blaming all the problems on you, and you just sit there and take it, which is kind of funny. I always enjoyed the passiveness of our character as the world just kind of happens to him, and he has this overwhelming ability to fart on literally everything if you want to, because, you know, South Park. As for the actual story, South Park is in a snow day and the kids are just doing their Fantasyland stuff that they always do. And you find out that it's Mr. Hankey's fault. He came back with a vengeance because he got himself canceled in one of the later seasons. This was during the era where they were getting rid of a lot of old characters that just weren't serving any purpose.
Yeah, until you kicked me out of town and canceled me and made me an outcast. And all I did was take some Ambien and tweet a couple bad jokes.
They got rid of Miss Crabtree, the bus driver, Officer Barbrady, the principal, a couple other characters that just, you know, for whatever reason weren't really that popular, so they're like, yeah, let's just kill them off. Mr. Hankey comes back and you have to stop him from causing an endless winter. And he's poisoning the people of the town with dark matter, which, you know, is just shit. Meanwhile, you are using dark matter to upgrade your passive abilities and make yourself overpowered despite the game's best efforts to keep the game balanced. As for the actual gameplay, you pick a card and a bullshit card at the beginning of every match, and you upgrade those as you go through the matches, and then you lose all the upgrades at the end of every mission. There are 3 different primary weapons to choose from. You have the 2 daggers, you have the sword and shield, and you have the giant axe. You got 3 different types of ranged weapons to pick from. You got the bow and arrow, the staff, and the wand. And then a bunch of different ability cards. You can mix it up and kind of create whatever kind of character you want to create. If you want to be a healer or support and sit back and range, you can. You want to make a wizard type, you can. Me personally, I like the melee type character. With the double daggers are good for leeching life blood back into you so that you can stay moving and healthy so you don't die. Or my other favorite one was the giant axe with the whirlwind ability. I thought that resembled a lot of the barbarians from Diablo 2 and their whirlwind ability, minus the sweet ass Immortal King set. After you beat the main missions, you have the Horde mode missions you get from Henrietta, which are kind of fun. At the same time, they're also very repetitive. It's just a good way to grind out the dark matter currency and make it so you can max out your passive tree, which is really the only reason to keep on playing. I didn't really feel the need to keep on making myself more overpowered to beat the missions I was already beating. And the online play with other people was also kind of fun. You get to see what people did for their type of characters. I thought some of the cosplays I saw were really funny. And as you go through the missions, you also collect the PP coins, which are used for cosmetic stuff. I laughed my ass off when I saw the ball chins. There's a lot of references to other South Park episodes, and the bigger nerd you are of the show, the more you'll appreciate a lot of the stuff you can put on. Me being a fan of the Elden Ring trip, of course I had to mix up and do a couple other cosplays as I was going through, just to keep it, entertaining. There's also more DLC you can buy from the Steam shop, which makes this game feel like a cash grab, but you can kind of see that coming when you hear things in South Park like this.
Being a sellout is sweet because you make a lot of money. And when you have money, you don't have to hang out with any poor-ass losers like you guys. Screw you guys. I'm going home.
So you really can't blame Matt Parker and Trey Stone for jumping on the cash grab train and making it so you can buy purchasable cosmetics and other stuff on top of a game that's already out. But all in all, I would say this game is about a 7 out of 10. Not anything super fantastic. It wasn't as funny as the Stick of Truth or the Fractured Butthole, but at the same time, it was still entertaining enough to pass 10, 12 hours of your attention just to, get over whatever weekend of snowstorm that you may be experiencing. It's good. It's a good winter game. I would say pick it up, give it a try if you're looking, to pass a little bit of time. As for what I'm playing next, my buddy has me playing a game called The Forest, which is like a survival type game. You're on a plane, you crash on an island, you got cannibals running around, you gotta build shelter and keep your character alive. It's kind of like DayZ. I'm not a super big fan of those types of games, but I'll play it for a little bit until I find my next RPG. I think I'm more of an RPG type of person the older I get. I got less time for sweaty people making my gaming experience not so fun by shitting on me after I get off of work after a long day, and instead would rather sit back and enjoy a nice, very beautiful, well put together story. So, Final Fantasy type games, Souls-like games. Black Wukong actually might be on my list next. I haven't really decided yet, but we'll see when I get there. As for right now, that's about all I have for you guys. I appreciate every one of you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and whatever else is going on with you. Bye.